Hello everybody, this is Toys of Arkham. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Neca Blade Runner 2049 6-inch figure here of the character known as Love. And those of you who have seen the movie will know that Love was the right-hand woman of Wallace, who was played by Jared Leto in the movie. So this character here, Love, as you can see, dressed in a very, that's not a good start, we'll try again. She's dressed in a type of a dystopian look, futuristic clothing here. And as you can see, the detail is phenomenal. I hope you can see there that the decals in the eyes have somewhat of a reflection on them, so it really makes the figure come alive. And considering this is a 6-inch figure, that sculpt is as good as you can get on a 6-inch scale figure, and at a very reasonable price point. So as you can see, the jacket or her coat, it is sculpted on, and it has almost a rubbery texture to it, but not quite. It's certainly a good solid plastic sculpt. Again, it has a sheen on it, and you can see that the reflection there, which again makes the clothing look rather realistic. So it really makes almost the paint look like a fabric, almost like a leather look. And if my recollection is correct, in fact, the jacket she was wearing was in fact that type of leather texture to it. You can see from her trousers, again, a grey type of paint, more of a matte paint rather than the glossy paint that you see on her coat. And again, a gloss effect on the boots, which again would give that leather effect look. In general terms, this is one of 4 characters in the Neca line. It is actually part of wave 2 of the line. The first wave would have had the Harrison Ford character, who we all know as Deckard, and also Ryan Gosling's Officer K figure. And this is from the second wave with Wallace and Love. What comes with Love in terms of accessories, unfortunately there's not an awful lot, but there is this one blaster. This blaster is unique to Love. The blaster that comes with Deckard and the one that comes with Officer K, they're all different. So this is a completely unique sculpt for Love, and as you can see from the handle of this particular gun, there's a grey and a black paint app that matches her overall look that you see here. Now, if you remember from the movie, Love did not wear this particular outfit until toward the end of the film, when she is actually hunting for Officer K. She's dressed quite formally and more, I suppose, fashionably earlier on in the movie, but this is essentially the outfit she wears to get active and go out and hunt Officer K. Now, in terms of articulation, there is a ball joint in both shoulders, there are hinge joints at the elbows, and there is a rotation at the wrists for the hand movement. There is a rotation in the waist that's very slight, and it's slightly restricted by the jacket sculpt. There is articulation in a ball and hinge joint at the hips, and then there's a straight hinge articulation on the knees, and again a hinge on the ankles. As with all figures that are in this sort of scale, you should take great care when bending them, especially initially out of the box. You should be ultra sensitive with bending the limbs of these figures. In terms of quality control, I haven't heard of any issues that Neca has had with this particular line in terms of breakages. However, it doesn't matter. As you can understand, they've been resting in these packaging for who knows, months maybe. And by the time we, the consumers, open these boxes up, a lot of the rubber has expanded due to heat, and perhaps also paint has solidified to some degree in the joints, so you have to be extra careful not to snap limbs. Just a tip, I suppose. As you can see from Lub's hands, they are sculpted in different ways, each one. This is more of a fist look on the left hand, whereas the right hand is sculpted specifically to hold her blaster. Just again, very briefly going back to her face sculpt, you can see there's a kind of a gloss effect on the lips, so it makes the lipstick look very real. And I just can't get over those eyes. They're extremely good for such a small figure. I would be a collector of Hot Toys, which obviously probably have the most superior head sculpts of all figures. Now, they are 12-inch scale, but I have to say, for a very, very small fraction of the price of a Hot Toy, you're getting extremely good detail here. So that's the end of my review of this particular figure. I would highly recommend it if you're a fan of the movie. I think it's a must-have. There are only 4 figures, and each of the characters play an important role in the movie, so it would be well worth having all 4, and again, not for a very high price either. So that's the end of my review. Please like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you for my next review. Thank you.